All right, let's dive right in. Today, we're tackling a topic that, just about every small and medium-sized business is all too familiar with: break-fix IT. We're going to talk about how to take those super frustrating tech emergencies and turn them from a constant pain into something you can actually manage and maybe even win at.
So just think about it for a second. You know that feeling, right? That pit in your stomach when a server dies, a key computer just won't start, or your entire network just gives up. The first thing you think about is the bill to get it fixed. But what about all the other stuff? The sales you're losing, the deadlines you're blowing past, the customers who are getting annoyed. That's the stuff we're really going to dig into.
Okay, so let's make sure we're all on the same page. The break-fix model is, well, it's pretty much what it sounds like. Something breaks, you call somebody to come and fix it. And for a lot of small businesses, this feels like the smartest way to do it. Why pay for something you don't need, right? You only pay when there's a problem. But as you're about to see, that simple logic can be a real trap.
So first, let's just quickly touch on why this reactive model is so popular. I mean, if you don't have your own IT person on staff, it's just the path of least resistance. It feels simple, and you don't have to lock yourself into some monthly contract. But how much of your actual IT budget is this stuff eating up?
You might be surprised to learn that even now, this isn't some small random expense. We're talking about a huge chunk of IT spending for small to medium businesses, somewhere in the neighborhood of 30 to 40%. That just goes to show you how much businesses are still relying on this emergency-based support, especially when they're handling IT on their own.
And this is where we get to the heart of the matter. What's the true cost of just waiting around for things to break? Because that idea that you're saving money by not having a plan, poof, it can completely vanish in a single crisis. So let's look at the real numbers and see what's actually going on.
60%. That's a big number. That's how many small and medium-sized businesses have at least one major IT meltdown every single year. So for most of us, a big tech problem isn't a matter of if it's going to happen, it's a matter of when. And when it does, the downtime can be anywhere from a couple of hours to half a day, which is just a total productivity killer. And here's where the bill starts to get painful and fast. You've got the hourly rate, sure. Then there's the fee just for them to walk in the door. And then, and this is the kicker, the emergency surcharge for when you need help right now, which can tack on an extra 50%. All of a sudden, a single moderate problem can easily cost you $200, $300, $400. And that's before you even factor in the cost of your business being at a standstill. Let's make this real for a second. Picture a financial advisory firm. Their main server crashes. The result? 6 full hours of downtime. Now, for a business that needs constant access to client files and market data, 6 hours isn't just an oops, it's a direct shot to their revenue, and maybe even worse, to their reputation.
And this isn't just a white-collar problem. Not at all. Take this manufacturing plant. A key machine goes down, and suddenly they're facing 12 hours of lost production. That is half a day where nothing is being made, orders are getting pushed back, and money is just pouring down the drain every single minute that line stays quiet.
Okay, so we've talked money, we've talked lost time, but there's another layer of risk here that people almost never think about: compliance and security. I mean, when you're in a panic and you're just calling the first person you find on Google, you might be opening your business up to some really serious trouble.
So you really have to ask yourself, does this random tech you just called understand complex data laws like GDPR in Europe or CCPA in California? Do they follow standard security protocols? And are they properly documenting what happened for your own records? If the answer to any of those is no, then what started as a simple hardware fix could spiral into a massive data breach or a serious compliance fine.
All right, enough doom and gloom. Let's talk about solutions, because you are not stuck in this reactive cycle. The good news is, by taking just a few proactive steps, you can get control of your IT, cut down on emergencies, and be ready to handle them way better when they do pop up.
And it really comes down to this simple 4-step plan. First, assess. Take an honest look at what your business actually needs. Then, and this is absolutely key, evaluate and pick a trusted provider before everything is on fire. With them, you develop an action plan, a playbook for when things go wrong. And finally, you train your own team on the basics so they can handle the little stuff themselves. See? It's a framework that moves you from just reacting to actually being prepared. So let's pull all of this together.
By making this one little shift in your thinking, from being purely reactive to being proactively prepared, you can literally transform your IT from a source of stress and headaches into a real, genuine business advantage. It's about stopping the firefighting and starting to think strategically.
And at the end of the day, this is the choice it really boils down to. On one side, you have the break-fix model. Unpredictable costs, lost time, security risks, and just constant firefighting. And on the other side, you've got a proactive approach, a budget you can plan for, smoother operations, better security, and most importantly, the freedom to actually focus on growing your business. And that's really the question I want to leave you with. When you look at your own company, is your technology a constant headache and a source of surprise bills? Or is it a reliable, solid tool that's actually helping you get ahead of the competition? The choice and the strategy is all yours.